Viewer discretion is advised.
But will be completely ignored.
Take my latest run-in with Batsy. It was just last night, as the entire country was tuning into its favorite talk show.
Believe it, huh? What do you believe in?
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger. And here we go.
Welcome to the Wrestling Asylum. I am the good doctor. I am Dr. Harley Quinn. And by the way, Roman Reigns, I will not, nor will I ever acknowledge you. And I hope Cody Rhodes beats the shit out of you at WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia. Now, let's get to the matter at hand. Let me introduce you to the gentleman who runs this amazing asylum. The one, the only, the Joka. And there he is. Alrighty then.
Oh, Doc.
Yes.
The whole IWC needs an enema.
It does.
Oh,
it really does.
You know me. I'm your residential warden.
Mm-hmm.
The wrestling chaos master. Little old there, Joker. Do me the biggest favor in the world. Like, share, subscribe, stay notified. Telegraph, telegram, telephone, tell a baby mama, tell a baby daddy, tell a wrestler, tell a friend. It's the biggest favor in the world. Spread the word, show some love. Buy some freaking merch.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Show some other pod mob, including yours truly, some love for the merch. Also, find us everywhere on linktr.ee /Off the Top Ropes podcast.
Yep.
You'll find everywhere we're at and the quick hot links to get the latest merchandise.
Oh, yeah.
Show some love, ladies and gentlemen. Show some love. Because if you don't, I have a shocking incentive that just change your life.
It's very shocking. Very, very shocking.
But, you know, we got to give us some love to the sponsors of the show.
Of course.
Kick that coffee habit and get your hands on some W Energy.
Which I have in my tumbler right here.
10% off OTTR Mob. That's the promo code up on your screen. Get coffee to curb because guess what? Coffee, W Energy. Give it a go.
Yeah.
You'll be glad you did. And
yes,
I can't say Dream Alive You merch. DreamAlive.store. 15% off with the promo code OTTR Mob. You'll be glad you did. Get yourself looking good for the fall season.
Oh, yeah.
And I think we need to stay bling.
Bling.
Solus has the latest bling to keep you looking good and brand new.
And the coolest shades as well.
25% off. Promo code OTTR Mob up on the screen. And pretty soon you're going to see the gangster side of Mr. J. I ain't going to say when. The one thing about this show is you never know when. But today, before we get started, I'm going to tell you what you're going to get in the second half of this episode. As you all know, our illustrious asylum has 3 miraculous champions. In this week's chart, we're going to analyze a match, something historic.
Oh, yeah.
That took place in January 2020, where the ultimate glass ceiling, my dear, was destroyed.
Shattered.
Sami Callihan defends the Impact World Championship
Yes.
versus Tessa Blanchard.
Mm-hmm.
And on that night, she broke the ultimate glass ceiling. And of course, as all of you know, I always have one, maybe two rules. Don't attack the doc.
Nope.
Don't try to take over the asylum and take my chair.
Absolutely. Definitely not.
Now, today's victim. Apparently, he did not get the memo.
No.
He claims to be rock hard.
Rock hard.
Yeah, he's paid.
How corny can you get?
Oh, man.
TMI. I think he's been taking one too many blue chews, folks. Or
He probably
Cialis.
has.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But Juice Robinson,
Oh, juice.
I got something for you, Mr. CJ Parker.
Oh, my
That's
God.
the second half of the show. But
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned, analyze this. We got to get to the first topic of the day.
Let's do it.
A week ago, October 1st, the contract was up. Sami Callihan, for the first time, is now a free agent in the professional wrestling world. Last couple of years, a lot of people have come on. One constant with Impact has been Sami Callihan. He's carried them through some of the darkest things the company has been through in recent years.
Oh, yeah.
Former multi-time world champion, intergender match connoisseur, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
He has continued to evolve his character. So now the question remains. Now that could it be?
Yes,
We get the
maybe.
reunion that
Switchblade
everybody
conspiracy.
for.
Oh,
Correct.
my God.
Could we get the reunion we've all been waiting years to see?
Oh, my God.
For those who do not know, John Moxley and Sami Callihan, early in their career, formed a tag team known as the Switchblade Conspiracy. They ran roughshod anywhere they went, violent personified.
Absolutely.
Terry Funk would be proud. Anyway, so now, after all these years, could it happen? Where will he go? Here's the ironic part. I don't see him going to WWE.
I don't think so either.
Right out.
Okay.
Because that company had him once. He was enhancement talent in NXT.
Right.
After he left, you would know him as Jeremiah Crane in the Underground, and then go on to have the career he had. Hello, Alyssa. Hello, Getcho.
Hey.
In Impact. Hey, Shar. Now.
Hi, Shar.
I think maybe he resigns with Impact, takes a little time off. He is engaged to Miss Jessica Havoc. Hey, Sammy, get the wedding over with, would you, dude?
Come on, hurry it up, dude.
Engaged for?
Come on.
I mean, eventually she's gonna push you for it.
She's gonna be saying,
if you don't finish, if you don't get her to fully say I do, dude.
Put the ring on it, Sammy, please.
Oh no, he's already given her the ring.
Well,
you better make the
engagement ring, but I'm referring to the wedding ring. The wedding ring.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. But
yes.
Now I could see him do a stint in New Japan, do a stint in the NWA, depending on how you do it.
Yep.
Could see it.
Yeah.
I don't think he should go right now to AEW. Let's get a little bit of some things back on track there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? We got to now clean up the Phil Brooks stink.
Yep.
We got somebody who we wish we could have got 3 years ago by Mr. Adam Copeland. Shout out to him. Truth be told, if we didn't have the Punk smell, I could see that happen right now. I mean, there's still I want to say some kind of goodwill between Impact and AEW. So that door is still there.
Right.
To me, Sami Callihan could do what Cardona did and hit the Indies forward. I think if he hits the Indies, say,
build himself
4 to 6
up that way. Right.
Well, I mean, he's got a big enough following to begin with. I think what you do is take 4 to 6 months. Do what you want. I mean, I'm not saying he didn't already, but maybe they're already planning the wedding. Maybe you're turning around and saying, okay, well, now I want to go do this. So in my opinion, I think what needs to happen is take some time off, rest, recharge, recover.
Yep.
Yes,
Get
this is
married,
true.
go on your
He does have a
honeymoon.
promotion.
Yeah.
But the other piece of the equation is, can Jon Moxley pull off the unthinkable?
Can he convince his old buddy?
Can he sit his old friend down and say, hey, take a chance. Even if you're here for a short
dude,
term,
I did. Yeah.
Take a chance for the short term. Now, we know recently there's been some questionable stuff, but listen, Mox does what he's going to do. He's able to create, say what you want. But here's the thing. Imagine this. The BCC gets the death machine.
Oh,
now you have
could you imagine
new layer to play
Mox,
with.
Danielson, Claudio,
You can
Wheeler, Callahan.
Think about that.
That would be
dangerous.
But I would
very much so, Shar. He's been advocating about timing, money, timing. There are certain things that got to play out.
Right.
So to me, how I see it is, let's go through the end of the holidays.
Yes.
Let's get through to the new year. Let's see where he is physically. Let's see how he's feeling. Because this is where take time off, enjoy some things.
Yeah.
I mean, Mox took a month, and we all know what happened next.
Yeah, he went to
May 25th, 2019.
Yep.
Okay.
He debuted Double or Nothing.
With Sami, you do now bring a new dynamic. Now, I don't necessarily think you put him right away on AEW television. Hear me out now. Have him do some stuff with the Ring of Honor brand.
Yeah.
Kind of tease a little bit. You want to,
give him at least one little.
You gotta get the ribs slowly smoking. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
We
let it marinate for a bit.
Here's what happened. Exactly. Let that thing percolate. Just a nip. And the reason I say that is, if you do that, fans are then going to turn around and go, well, wait a minute. What he was
What's going on here?
Does this mean you're going to get the people guessing what's going on? You want that. So, okay, maybe he signed exclusively to do stuff with Ring of Honor.
Right.
Okay, fine.
That works.
But all of a sudden, here's how you could pull it. Here's a way you pull it off. Mox and them are getting the shit beat out of them. Pick whatever faction you want to go with. Don't get shit. Danielson's down or Wheeler's down. One of them's down. Mox is getting the fuck kicked out. All of a sudden, his music goes off. And hang on. All of a sudden, you're like, well, wait a minute, what the hell? The whole place goes black. You start seeing the little things like the boop, 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 like we have in our opener with the channel.
Right.
All of a sudden, a crimson red QR code says thumbs up, and it cuts clean out. The lights are on. There is Sami in the ring, and he's kicking everyone's ass.
And then probably at the end, he and Mox shake hands or embrace.
Whatever they do.
Right.
But that is where you then can start putting the story together. Now, if they don't get him right now, that's okay. He can do whatever projects he wants. He might go back to Impact. Who knows? This is the first time in a number of years he's not been under contract with them.
Yeah.
I've watched this guy. I saw him when he was an enhancement in NXT, and I went, I even saw him when he was doing his thing with Mox on the Indies as a young man. I went, I need to keep an eye on this kid. There's something
about him that
I didn't realize what he would grow into for the both of them.
I mean, no one knew what these two were going to be like once they reached those particular points in their lives. Yeah, I mean, no one knew Mox was going to be a star.
Where do you see Sami Callihan after the first of the new year? I give him 3 to 6 months. We're not going to do anything right now. Where do you see him 3 to 6 months down the road? Does he show up in Japan? Does he show up in Ring of Honor? Do they just say, screw it and go straight for the AEW programming? Do you have him go work for Billy Corgan for a while? Those are the things. Courtney, good to see you, sweetheart. What's up, Queenie, honey? What I'm wanting to know, and I'm asking the chat this, do you have Sami wait a few months? Do you want him to just pull the trigger and show up wherever? I don't want him in WWE. I'm sorry. No. They will shit the bed with the character. They'll fuck it up.
They will.
Give Hunter this. He's brought some people back. He's introduced some familiar faces. I'm not saying he's done everything right. He kind of hasn't done everything right either. Nobody's perfect. But guess what? When it comes to that genre of this sport, the audience, even though that audience also has fans of us, they won't understand.
They won't
get it.
No.
And that's the part that a lot of fans I'm seeing are saying, do not go to the WWE.
Right. Hey.
Yeah.
True. Oh, good point by Shar. I'd be surprised if it's not AEW. His good friend is over there. A lot of AEW talent have worked Revolver shows lately. Good point there, Shar. I like that.
Well, with Revolver,
and yes, that would be a dangerous badass faction, and I'm here for it. Yeah.
What's up, boss?
Hi,
I truly think it should let him do a lot. I think he'll go to the indies. I think Courtney's right. He'll hit the indies for a while, probably start his own school. Does he show up? I think so, but the manner in which he has to have happened.
It has to be that special
It
moment.
has to be. You have to have a logical part of the equation.
Exactly. Oh yeah.
He could do,
boss.
that. I say don't go to AEW until at least 6 months after the first.
Right.
Get through the end of this.
Wow, what a boring story. There's one thing I can't stand. It's someone boring.
But then start the new year off on TBS or wherever you're going to do it. Do it on Collision for all I give a shit.
Ooh.
And guess what?
Dynamite, Collision,
then
who cares?
You got fans going.
Oh,
no, it would throw the fans off. It throws the fan off. Like, okay, he went and did the indies. Nope, he shows up out of the blue. It's like, okay, I'm in. Go that way.
Yeah,
so
make it a big surprise.
I gotta say this: the Jack's got some good ideas on how this plays out.
Yeah.
I think let him have some time off through the end of the year, plain and simple.
Yeah. Exactly.
After the last roughly 4 years in the shit I've seen him do to his body.
Oh God, he needs as much rest as possible. He need a big break.
Yeah, him and John
long break.
An overdue break.
Yes, they do. Mox is only on break right now because of concussion problems.
Well, of course.
That's right now.
I see a way where they can use that to their advantage.
Ooh.
So BCC is getting the shit beat out. Again, we got it. All of a sudden, you hear Mox's music go off.
Right.
He's nowhere to be found. He's in the back making a call saying, dude, you gotta get
help.
here. Gotta go.
Hurry up.
He's up and he's hauling ass.
Right.
While he's running, then you can black out the arena, then hit the QR code.
Yep.
That's when the lights come on. The other scenario you pull this off with,
Yep.
guess what? It's called Hide. They're both standing in the ring and all hell's breaking loose.
Right.
It's time to have some fun. Burn it down, brother. Burn it all down.
It needs an
And
enema. Anyway,
needs an enema.
so that's where I stand with this. Now, Christy, I know you found something. You want to talk about what that is? I'm going to give you the floor to start.
Okay. Well, it turns out Ari Emanuel, the CEO, and where am I at right now?
TKO.
Okay. Ari Emanuel, the CEO of TKO / WWE, has pretty much stated in a news conference with Bloomberg.
I'm reading the headlines.
Yes, you're reading the headlines. Where he stated one of the reasons TKO's stock fell was because of Vince McMahon. And yes, the one tweet says it best, you can't make this shit up. That's probably part of the reason why I think Ari and everyone there decided to give full creative control to Triple H, because I think they saw the writing on the wall. But if you keep Vince around, things are just going to go straight to hell. And if you let Triple H be in charge, you have a good chance of continuing to be successful. So what are your thoughts?
So serious. That's why your approval ratings are so low. Hey, tell you what. Try threatening me again, but this time, try it with a smile.
I will.
I'm gonna make this pencil disappear. Ta-da! It's gone.
That's probably what Ari Emanuel did to Here, I'm gonna make this pencil there. You're the reason. You're part of the reason why our stock fell. The percentage.
Vince McMahon is the reason to hear that Vince McMahon is the reason the stock went down. Hey, Vince, how's it feel to have a boss that lets you have it?
Exactly.
Doesn't feel good.
Mr. Walt Disney Wish.com.
What are you laughing at?
What are you laughing
Okay, let me explain.
Yes, Brian.
All right. Yes. Okay.
That is
the big. Okay. So I'm gonna give Vince his little bouquet of flowers. The most. Or that clip could sum it up.
Yeah, can we just put Vince there instead of Batman, please?
The best time Vince had the stock at its peak was when you had Brock on that long run of being that special attraction a number of years back, to where you had the stock 85, 100 something plus for however long. Yeah. Now, when he still had quote unquote the book. Okay. To me, that was karma, bitch.
That is karma. That's karma biting him in the ass, pretty much.
Yeah. The beautiful thing about it is this. You now see that we, the fans, are not the only ones who've noticed.
We have noticed.
So
Ari Emanuel noticed too.
So something in the back of my mind tells me you just gave one of the OGs, your son-in-law, now has full creative control.
He does.
He's booking this shit.
Oh, God. Thank you.
I want you all a minute to think about this. What happened last night that I never thought I'd see? 2 key moments. Actually, 3. And
I'm
2
thinking
happened at the same fucking time.
Let's see.
First
Adam
one,
Pearson.
we're going to get to that. The
That's
first
why I
one
stopped myself.
was Charlotte.
Yep.
Face to face with Miss Jade Cargill, and Jade said,
Chills.
"My pleasure," and Charlotte told her, "Oh, it will be." Those are 2. I went.
Great segment.
Humana.
Hey, you wait like everybody else, pal.
I'm thinking, give me
You
that
make
match
damn
right now.
fucking sure. We're gonna get to that in a minute, Courtney.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you all the second one. Adam Pearce gets promoted to run Raw. The arrival of Nick Aldis. But there is something that nobody realizes.
What's that?
Alyssa, I kind of like her as the in-betweener. She does good on both. Yeah, she
does really
leans
good.
more like her dad as a heel. Babyface does okay.
Yeah.
All right, but
she's better as a tweener, I agree.
you didn't. Okay. The second one is this. 3 guys that were instrumental in helping the early days of Ring of Honor stood in that very ring after we learned that KO would be coming to SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Pearce.
Yep.
Nick Aldis.
Yep.
In his early days of his career, known as Magnus.
Yep.
And of course, my favorite, KO. The 3 of those men were instrumental in the early days of ROH in the same ring for the first time in God knows how many years.
We are gonna have so much fun together.
The only thing that ticked me off was him saying, "Sports entertainment." Hate it.
Oh, jeez.
20 fucking plus years I've hated that shit.
Oh,
to hear it come out of the national treasure's mouth. But there is an underlying moment that I don't know if anybody saw. There was a tag team title defense. So if we get away that he's, I don't know if he's hurt, Nick Aldis is hurt, whatever, if they're just going to use him in this capacity, if we play it right, all in 2018, we're running it back.
Serenity, no!
Serenity, yes. We're running it back because now you have a chance for the rubber match. Cody Rhodes won, Nick Aldis won round 3.
That has a nice ring to it.
Write that down, will you?
We haven't gotten it. So my philosophy is, first things, here's how I pull this off. Roman goes and pulls double duty at Mania 40. Does the honors, drop the belt to Cody Rhodes.
Right.
Following night, whoop. Sorry, Dwayne, you're going to, unless there's a logical reason for you to win, Roman's whooping your ass, you're going to put on a show.
Pretty much. Yep.
Now, Cody's celebrating. Out comes Nick. Doesn't need to attack him.
No, to just stare down.
And it's a stare down, like you said. But the microphone during the stare down hears these words. Want to run it back one last round? Wouldn't have it any other way. The fans
Cody
that
just
will
look at
know
like this.
are going to go nuts because
are.
now what you've done is you've set this up to where Cody can close that book.
Yes.
No matter who wins. Don't make it for the title.
No.
If you want to, that's fine. But
bragging
I wouldn't do it.
rights. Yeah.
This is now correct. The bragging rights to this. To me, you now have that opportunity.
Mm-hmm. You do.
And the fact that they gave Nick Aldis all the props for his career.
Yep. Oh,
I do agree. He makes a valid point.
He does.
But if fans who saw him in his time as Magnus and did follow, and we do it in a way to build to that. If there's a way that we can logically build that up, I don't see why we couldn't get it.
Do I really look like a guy with a plan?
I mean, why not?
The other thing is,
do I really look like a guy with a plan?
Who would have thought you would have saw Roman and Cody stare down?
Oh God,
That's going
to happen. That was intense. Just watching him.
Honey, you'll never believe what happened to me today. Oh.
Vince is the chick in that clip when he read what Ari said about him and Bloomberg ripping him apart.
You won't believe what happened to me today. Ugh.
That's what.
What are you laughing at?
So to me personally, Vince has this one coming. I mean, go back and look where it happened.
Yeah.
Mania last year.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till they get a load of me.
But seriously, when Cody lost, that wasn't going to fuck up the stock.
It fucked it up. And then you add in the merger, and I think that really just...
You don't just add in the merger. Here's the piece de resistance. You had Cody gone from the torn pack. White fucking hot, wait for him to come back. You had him on a wave of momentum to go to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And sources in the locker room say that wasn't supposed to be the finish. And Vince fucked it up.
He did. If I remember correctly, he'd snuck back in and had been in charge of creative for what, 2 months, something like that. Yes, Courtney, I agree. Nick Aldis, Mickey James is a lucky lady. Yeah.
Yes, she is. And here's the other piece. And Nick Aldis is a lucky man.
Yes, he is.
Okay,
he very much is a lucky man.
Here's the fucking rub. You want to know where this really shit the bed? Look at the WrestleMania the night after. Look at Raw the night after Mania.
That was a shit show. It was.
Batman. Can somebody tell me what kind of a world we live in where a man dressed up as a bat gets all of my press? This town needs an enema.
I agree, it does need an enema.
It doesn't make sense. No. Raw after Mania is supposed to be crazy good.
I know. It's supposed to have NXT call-ups, shocking surprises, that sort of thing. I mean, look at...
Flat out. I didn't even watch the first 10 minutes.
I couldn't.
I saw the first 2 to 3 and I went, I know where this is going.
Yep. The only thing I said was, I'm out. I can't deal with this.
I watched the hockey playoffs. I said, screw this.
That was a heck of a lot better, by the way.
Vince, you now have a boss. Karma's a bitch. How does it feel to know that you have now... How's it feel to be told you the fucking problem?
Bob,
Done.
Bob is Vince. Sorry,
Bob is Vince.
I need a
Sorry.
moment or two alone with the boys.
Yeah,
But
here.
I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the curve.
But folks, at this point, what else is there to say other than Vince? You've shit the bed and
Big time.
exposed.
Yep.
For the love of God, don't wander in here a third time. Don't have the strength for you.
Nope.
That being said, folks, it's that time.
Mm-hmm.
I want you all to go get some snacks, your favorite alcoholic beverage. Come back after the break.
Yep.
Second half of the show.
Gonna be good.
And Mr. Rock Hard, you're gonna go fly when I'm done with you. See you in a few.
See ya.
Tonight on The Joker, will Batman defeat our charismatic star in time to save the hostages? Will Joker finally take control of Gotham once and for all? To find out, stay tuned. Same Joker crime, same Joker channel.
Motherfuckers call me fucking names. The forecast? See who's fucking calling new names tomorrow when I fucking go in there and shoot the fuck out of the teachers, students. Motherfucker that fucking called me a dork. See who's a fucking dork now, bitch.
The motherfucking bitch.
Hold on.
The bitch been cheating on me with my friend. With my goddamn friend.
Man, who the fuck you talking about, though? I know you ain't talking.
The bitch, my bitch. She cheated on me. I'ma kill that bitch. I'ma kill her.
Hold on,
and I'ma kill that motherfucker. Let's go.
Stop. Nigga tripping again.
Yo, it's me.
Oh, what up, nigga? I was just about to call you, man.
Nigga, you got that for me?
I mean, man, I got it, but, I mean, this nigga up the block who owe me, man, as soon as you give me my bread, man, I'ma pay you, man. Dog, I swear, man, I got a couple of runs to make, and I'ma get you.
New and improved Joker products with a new secret ingredient. Smiley.
Love that Joker.
Uh-oh. He don't look happy. He's been using Brand X. But with new and improved Joker brand, I get a grin again and again. Oh. That luscious tan. Those ruby lips and hair color, so natural, only your Undertaker knows for sure.
Love that Joker.
So remember, put on a happy face.
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Miss Layla Gray, and you are listening to Off the Top Rope Podcast. Y'all need to check out this interview. Check out my man, because he knows how to do his damn job. So, check it out. Stay tuned.
Well, this is Tana Lee, all you want to see, and I'm here on Off the Top Ropes Radio, and make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and share for more.
Wow, the stinger.
Timmy, I'm from the Dream Come True Fantasy Contest. You ready to wrestle?
You bet. Mom, Dad, it's really him. So real.
Don't count on Sprite to do anything but quench your thirst.
Wanna go 2 out of 3?
That's more like it. No, this piece is not for sale. Money is no object. I've got the power of the card.
Get the power of the all-new official WCW MasterCard. 10 original designs, all featuring the new look WCW logo, plus Nature Boy Ric Flair, Conan, and the new WCW card.
Of course, you know the one I carry.
Quite.
We're back.
Part 2, it's gonna be real screamer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as everybody knows, my asylum has 3 special chambers. You never know which one's gonna open. And this week, my analysis, this chamber decided to open. And the moment we discuss, before we open the door, allow me to set this precedent. We all know what China did in 1999 by becoming the first woman to hold the Intercontinental title.
Yes.
Yes, that was historic. But the moment we're about to dig into destroyed the ultimate label and the one ceiling never to be done in professional wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
January 2020, Impact's Hard to Kill.
Yes.
Sami Callihan defending the Impact World Championship against Tessa Blanchard. How did we get there? Let's come on in. I'm going to tell you. In 2019, Sami Callihan started having great matches. Tessa was picking up a wave of momentum. She had won the Impact Knockouts title a bunch. She also began to have some intergender matches because that was becoming somewhat popular with fans. So why not? At Slammiversary in the summer of 2019, she would go head-to-head with Sami Callihan in a hell of a classic banger of a match, which would begin to set the tone for where we would go for the rest of 2019 into 2020. Tessa would have something to prove that the women could hang with the men.
Yeah.
And as you can see, Sami and OVE did everything they could to try and stop her. Eventually, later in 2019, the Death Machine would regain the Impact World Championship inside a steel cage. And then, well, Tessa called her shot, and Sami accepted. In January of 2020, at Hard to Kill, and some of Tessa and Sami's matches were match of the years. It was at this very pay-per-view, Hard to Kill, where not only did the unthinkable happen, but Tessa earned his respect. Tessa Blanchard took everything from the Death Machine. They went at it for 7 months, flipping each other off, busting each other open. They went to task.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to Kill. She pulled off the upset, shocked the pro wrestling world to its core. Sami Callihan would end up giving her just due and her respect. The back and forth these two had.
Wow.
Say what you want. Tessa was able to get the fans to notice. And then the company went, fuck. How are we going to handle this?
Yeah.
It's never been done. Now, remember, This happened in January of 20. 3 months later,
pandemic hit.
Pandemic. By the summer of 2020, Tessa would end up having her contract run out and be stripped of the Impact World Championship because she wasn't coming back. You know, the lockdowns and everything. She wanted to perform in front of the fans. I understood that part. I know there were other elements and factors. She had one title defense as world champion against Taya Valkyrie.
Yeah.
And that was a great match too. But this match was chosen by yours truly because, I'll say it again, Tessa Blanchard did the unthinkable.
Yes.
No woman has talent for a major promotions world heavyweight championship before.
Yes.
Nobody. China didn't even get that shot.
No.
Closest she got was the Intercontinental title. That's the only thing she got. She broke that ceiling saying, hey, the women can do it. What Tessa did was she stepped it up another notch. She went toe-to-toe with one of Impact's most dangerous wrestlers and took everything. Leading up to this, the way this was built, from Slammiversary of 19 to Hard Kill of 20, they built that in such a way, fans, where it got personal.
It did.
Tessa had something big to prove, and she was going to do whatever it took to get Sammy's respect. Because with those intergender matches, remember, she had the one with Brian Cage. That one was a banger.
Oh, yeah.
And Sammy shredded it, saying, you know, it was that old, oh, women can't do it, da-da-da. Which he knew how to play the emotion card.
He did.
And the promos these two gave, the blood these two gave throughout the chase, nobody, including me, thought Scott D'Amore and the powers that be with him at Impact. I thought, okay, she's going to get the big shot. Come up short. I had that, you know, history
get let down
shows.
here.
You're exactly. The other thing that you don't expect is that she didn't have enough time of convincing both to the powers that be and the fans to say, okay, put her as the face. Let's take a shot. And had the pandemic not happened, I think she could have got a good go of it.
Probably, yeah.
I'm going to be honest. When I had heard, because that I missed, I'm going to admit, I missed that. The flu is not.
No, it's not.
But when I watched the replay, because I had heard what happened, I'm like, okay, I got to look at this.
Yeah.
When I watched that, my jaw hit the floor and I went, okay. I have to now find all the clips on how we got to this.
Yeah.
So I watched major clips on how the story progressed. I went, this is a story that wrestling fans 50 years from now, 100 years plus from now, are going to look at that moment and go,
wow.
Fuck. A pro wrestling company took a roll of the dice and had certain outside factors not happen.
Right.
This could have been huge and would have gotten more exposure than anyone would have imagined.
Yeah.
It could have, just because of the fact that it was a woman, not, we know the other key rule in this place.
Yeah.
But it was historic. And media outlets would have gone batshit nuts if it was done right to cover this. So to me, as the fan, if I'm a casual fan and all of a sudden I know who Tessa. I've heard of Tessa Blanchard, but
right. Who's the guy she's going up against?
Like, I'd be like, well,
why is she holding a world title belt here?
Why is she wearing a world heavyweight? So I'm gonna go look.
Yeah.
And then when I find out, I'm gonna be like, oh, holy shit! I gotta tell.
Like,
that's
I gotta tell my friends, and they're gonna tell their friends.
And that's what needs to come back.
Yes.
I think, and again, I'll mention this straight up. The thing that was the shot in the face
to
a lot of fans, April 1st, 2001, main event, Astrodome, Mania 17, shook hands with the devil. It pissed everybody.
Yep.
Had that not happened, you could have rode a higher wave longer. But that, to me, is what killed a lot of fans' love for it. Because I know fans of the Attitude Era now, they still mock me for watching it. And I go, well, guess what? Why you quit? You lost your love because of what happened.
Yeah.
We watched our hero
do
a deal with the devil. Duh.
No.
So had that not happened, this moment, no pun intended, would have had 1,000 times more impact than it did. And it would maybe, just me, could have gone mainstream.
Yep.
Because look at what the moment was. You had one of the most violent wrestlers putting his title, his belt up on the line against a woman that nobody would have thought could have taken everything he threw at her for 6 fucking months.
Wow. Quite
Baseball
a story
bats,
there.
barbed wire.
Yep.
Hardcore. These two beat the shit out of each other. And eventually,
now we're talking.
And eventually, Sami gave her his respect.
Yes.
She proved him wrong. Unfortunately,
she proved she could do it.
Unfortunately, because of what happened with the pandemic, and the fact that we can't have an audience, she had that old school mentality. I can't do my best if there's not a crowd to react with.
Exactly.
You can only do so much. The way AEW handled it, I give Tony props for it.
Oh, AEW handled it so well.
With Impact, they had troubles of their own. So remember, you're comparing apples to oranges, but as a whole, I understand Tessa's frustration. I would have liked to have seen her find a way to negotiate. Maybe tease the fans with it being a special attraction just for a month or two, and then she shows up out of nowhere, and here we go. But
here we go.
What happened. This match, annals of time.
Yes.
When you are a casual fan, or you are growing up as a mega fan, and this match comes across your radar, I'm telling
you, gotta look at it.
You have to go watch that match and go back to the summer of 2019 to watch how they built it.
How it began.
Because I think what happened is Impact did something that hasn't been done since the Attitude Era when it comes to creative. Side note, Scott D'Amore is a genius for this. If this was the plan a year prior, I guarantee you he did what Vince used to do, backwards. Which meant the night of after the main event of your major pay-per-view for Impact, it's Bound for Glory, but I don't think it happened there. I think it happened shortly after it because we had it happen at Hard to Kill. I think what
Yeah.
happened with Scott was he said, if Tessa's going to be the new chosen one, let's pick where we're going to do it.
Yes.
So we're going to crown her at Hard to Kill in 2020. Perfect. Let's start to tease it early into 2019. Then we're going to get it onto the roller coaster and off and running by Slammiversary. And that's the way they did it. Well, so in closing of my opinion, and then I will give you the floor, Doc, I think this match, there's a lot of female wrestlers that are looking at this and go, okay, she pulled it off.
Why
I'm gonna
can't
go
I
for it.
do it? Yeah.
I'm going to probably eat a lot of crow for this.
Uh-oh.
There are 2 women in this sport right now that could do it.
Ooh, who are
But Hunter don't have the courage to do it.
they? Uh-oh.
Just signed one.
Jade.
One is the daughter of a Hall of...
Charlotte.
One is the...
Oh, shucky, ducky, quack, quack.
They could both pull it
I
off.
think he could do it. If you do... You don't have to do it identically to the formula that was used to build to this. But if you take the big key moments of that whole story and implement it exact same way, I don't give a shit. Hey, Bobby.
Hi, Bobby.
I don't give one shit which of those 2 women it is.
Could be either one. They're both capable.
If the men are willing to go there
Mm-hmm.
and you're willing to risk it, look what happened.
Wow.
If pandemic no happen, this go big time mainstream. This get people talking big. It did to begin with.
Yeah, and you have the potential of Tessa Blanchard becoming a huge star as a result. Like, look at this lady. She broke the glass ceiling. She's a world champion.
Yes, and we've already roasted her for the shit she's done.
Yes, including what was revealed before Hard to Kill, before her match against Sami for that title.
Yes,
We're having a great
but
day,
also
Bobby.
a little
Thank
birdie
you.
told me, birdie told me recently that she might, there are some things that will be quote unquote expunged due to those certain things. I won't say what, but they were made up out of jealousy.
Okay.
I don't know specifics.
Because they saw
But
her getting an
she's
opportunity. They're
still-
like, well, say this about her.
in a way, but she still do some of what she did.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna be. She still needed to get roasted. She still needed to be held to account.
Yeah.
But now,
Dead man's trigger. This falls out of my hand for any reason, and
Ay.
but as far as I'm concerned, we now need to let her prove she's changed.
Yep.
And drop
Let her work her way back up.
Let her show, you know what? I screwed up. I'm human. I went away. I learned some things. Let me prove to you I changed.
Yes.
Everybody, I don't care how bad it is, you deserve a chance at the redemption story, in my opinion. Unless, of course, you're going to be unless you're the future victim of my chair, which I'm going to tell you later. But as far as this is concerned, Tessa and Sami,
Bravo.
Well
done. Wrong. Nobody knows how to have fun anymore, right? But
history made. My only disappointment, pandemic hit.
Yep.
We didn't get to see what if pandemic don't happen. We get to Samiversary of 20.
Mm-hmm.
Sami has gone away for a while. Remember?
Yeah.
We have the whole thing that went up to the QR code shtick.
Yeah.
We get the Slammiversary. Tessa's defended the title.
Yep.
Earlier in the night, we find out after the attack on Ken Shamrock that's Sami Callihan. We get the same scenario. Sami Callihan reappears in the ring, standing in front of Tessa. You don't have anybody throwing down. He points right at the belt, and all you see him mouth is, "Make it to Bound for Glory."
Yeah.
I'll see you.
Rematch.
You don't have them touch. You cut promos. Book it to Bound for Glory.
Yeah.
That's it.
That would have been amazing to see. It would have been perfect. Exactly. It would have been perfect.
But in closing, like I said, great job, both of you. Let's bid Mike Chamber a fond farewell.
I do.
Doc, remind me to call the maintenance man and have him fix the door again.
Yeah, it's been acting funny all week.
Screw that. It's been acting all. For some reason, the inmates just love blowing up the door. I don't know.
I'm just like, where the hell are you inmates getting like the dynamite and the bombs from? I swear, lock that shit up.
No. Who's raiding my stash?
Serenity now!
Who's raiding Mr. J's stash here? Come on. Tell us.
Okay.
Fess up.
This is the inter-gangster part. Who's fucking with the stash?
Who's fucking with the stash? Come on. Anyone
Somebody
say
tell me
something?
who's fucking with the stash, okay?
Who's fucking with the stash here?
Special occasions.
Yes.
We're not gonna say. I told you we're not gonna talk about that here.
Nope.
We don't.
She's giving me the heebie-jeebies.
We're not going there.
We talk about the matches and their talent. We don't talk about that. Remember
no personal stuff.
But now it's
all right. Enough dilly-dally. To the main event.
It's time for the main event of the evening. Now, before we get started, this man is not doing an ad for Blue Chew, Hims, Viagra, Cialis, or for erectile dysfunction issues.
No, he's not having any of that.
Has pissed me off, especially given the promo that I witnessed and what we know about our world champion. Mr. Rock Hard, or as you're about to become, Mr. Flaccid and soft flaccid, Robinson. Time to suffer my chair.
Yes.
Strap him in.
Oh, Juice Robinson. Oh my God. Boy, do we have a lot to say about you, sir.
What hasn't been said about you that hasn't been said already? Mr. C.J. Parker, the hippie who looked like he did 6 pounds of blow, 4 hits of acid, runs up his ass, weed in his teeth, and the amount of cocaine.
Oh, God.
I'm not going to tell you what happened with it, but god damn, dude, cut your hair. You are not a 70s Dukes of Hazzard mullet wearer. It looks horrible. And where did you come up with the nickname of Rock Hard? Are you trying to sell penis pills? Seriously, dude, you have an unhealthy obsession with boners.
You must.
What are you? The 3D version of Beavis and Butthead or something? But this is where I draw the line right here. The shit you pulled on Dynamite with the AEW World Champion. Everybody knows what Max went through personally. Now, before I go any further, if Max and him discuss this, then bravo the way it got played. But if this was off the cuff, Juice, This is the only time I'm going to say it. Given everything that's going on in the last 7 fucking days, you fucking idiot.
Warning. The following scene contains language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
This motherfucker fit me.
Yeah.
Juice Robinson. You have a Mrs. Robinson at home who has more talent in her nipple than you. I
And her
remember
current
you
gimmick being
as-
timeless is actually way better than Bang Bang Gang.
Okay?
God damn.
The Bang
Tony
Bang
Storm.
Gang sounds. Hang on. The Bang Bang Gang sounds like a porno flick with you 4 guys running a gangbang.
It does sound like a porno.
Creepy.
Ew.
Creepy. I feel like every time you say, "Ah," you sound like you re-entered puberty. Did your balls drop off? I swear, that's what you sound like. You entered puberty for the second time in your life.
What?
You hit that high-pitched note.
Oh, God
That
damn.
screech, that one note that makes it sound like Mickey Mouse all over again.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
time.
Oh, God.
And I want to look at you and go, here's a Playboy. Here's a
Right.
bottle of lotion. Here's a rag.
And here's
Go
a
in
copy
the
of Penthouse
bathroom
magazine while you're
and-
at it. Jack
And
off.
go discover yourself. And don't talk about it on national TV.
Please don't. Yikes. How would you like the electric collar put on your neck, Juice, and we hit the buzzer and your head explodes?
Oh, no.
No, that's too brutal.
The image of playing with the sticks of dynamite in the spit. That's it. How am I going to work that?
I don't know.
Juice. The fact that you went with the one sensitive topic
Extremely sensitive topic.
in Max's life. And I can confirm that is a shoot. It did happen. You know how I know? Remember, he came from the Indies. Where do you think he performed?
In the Indies. Yeah.
He's come to Buffalo a few times. So don't tell me I don't know. I will put your ass up fucking game quick. The fact that in piss poor taste, you said that, I am shocked that Max did not take his liberties with you. I'm impressed.
He
As
held
if
it
was me.
in.
If it was me, I would have gone behind a curtain, found the first barbed wire baseball bat, and told Tony Khan, make sure you get one of the security guards to grab Bruce's ass, get the other 3 out. He and I need to have a conversation. And I'd have beat the shit out of you.
Matter up. Yeah.
The hell beaten out of you. I'd have put you in the hospital. And I would have
Would've
told
cut
the
up all
nurses.
over.
Hang on. I'd have told the nurses, when the dumb fuck wakes up, here's a message. Do that shit again, you ain't waking up.
What can I say? I'm a charismatic guy.
I'll put you in a fucking coma. That was the most disgusting, disrespectful thing I've seen.
Same.
Given the way things are right now,
yeah,
that was disrespectful. Juice.
Why didn't somebody stop you? Why?
I don't know.
Why didn't somebody say,
maybe,
shut up?
I'm wondering, maybe, just maybe, if you did in fact go over this with Max, you made sure you did it right, and the way you did the promo that night, perfect. Emotion is money.
Yes.
But if you didn't, that's why you're in my chair. Now, before I flip this switch, I'm going to say something, Juice. you might want to tone down the pre-pubescent voice.
It's getting really annoying, by the way.
Sounding like this is all you want to do. This is your rock hard right here.
Yeah.
And if Mrs. Robinson is no longer helping you handle that business, tell her she's got a real man. Holla at me. In other words, if Mrs. Robinson isn't handling the rock hard Robinson, because she no longer wants to handle the screech and hearing it at home 24/7. Come holler at her, Rick. Come holler at your boy.
Can't miss comedy, folks.
I'll show you what true rock hard means, and I don't need a blue pill to do it either.
Yeah. She can be timeless all she wants.
Do not wander in here twice. Capiche? That's number one. Number two, before we get on with the festivities, this is the other piece I'm gonna give you. I hope you and Max go one-on-one real soon. Because if this is a shoot, I hope he busts your fucking ass open. Coming from me, who watched you try to do a climate activist hippie from the 60s.
Oh, dear God.
Who was on a massive amount of shrooms, somehow pulling off becoming a member of the Bullet Club.
That's
I wonder
shocking.
who you had to blow for that one. I wonder who was rock hard for that.
Meanwhile, back at the wrench, since my side splitters don't tickle you, how about a skull splitter?
Maybe that's how you got your nickname. Whoever you blew to get in the BC, that's where you got the nickname.
I think I'll start using my toxin on cattle. Joker burgers! Ha! Talk about a happy meal.
Is that how you won over Tony Storm, Juice Robinson? Come on.
At this point, Mrs. Robinson sounds a lot better than Rock Hard Robinson.
Yes. She probably hits you really hard with those butt cheeks of hers.
Doesn't that seem kind of crazy to you?
Sweet cheek music.
Sweet cheek music.
Baby. So with that said, Rock Hard, it's time to make you flaccid. Doctor?
Yes.
Flip the switch.
Now comes the part where I relieve you, the little people, of the burden of your failed and useless lives. But as my plastic surgeon always said, if you gotta go, go with a smile.
Here we go.
And
do it.
Oh, I got a live one here. Oh, there'll be a hot time in the old town tonight. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did.
We are glad you're dead. So.
Oh,
no! Oh, dear God!
I think he went a little too flaccid.
He went a little too flaccid. Yeah. Should we have given him an enema before we put him in there?
No, I think we should have given him a little bit of Blue Chew to save his balls.
Yeah, that would help.
You're bad.
Yeah, so why don't you?
Oh my God.
Not you, Doc. Clean up, Doc. Yeah. Once.
Right.
Doc. Yeah. No. Not you, Doc. The other Doc.
No, I know.
What are you laughing at?
Can you get the biohazard team to the electric chair room, please?
You're crazy.
Haven't you ever heard of the healing power of laughter?
Yes, tell the biohazard team to get in there to clean it up.
Please make sure they're wearing biohazard suits.
Wait. He's a little overflaccid and we might have inadvertently burned his balls. You've been informed. Well, that about wraps it up.
Okay.
Now, before we leave, it is time.
Mm-hmm.
The next victim.
Oh, here we go.
I've waited a long time.
Here we go.
If you saw the season premiere, I hinted about this.
Mm-hmm.
Willie Meltzer felt it.
Yes, he did. Big time.
This man's buddy, Disco Inferno, felt the wrath.
Oh, yes.
Vincent Russo.
Oh, here we
now
go.
You feel mine. I've waited 3 years for this.
Ooh.
Watched you run your mouth for too long. I think it's time.
Excuse me.
I give the fans what they've salivated for.
Oh, yes.
Vincent Russo has been sneaking around already. We're going to keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
But rest assured, the rat bastard's fit to get it.
Oh,
and
no,
it's going to be...
me no. I said give me an O. Give me an N. Give me another O. What does that spell?
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Boy. Tick. Tock.
Tick tock.
That about wraps it up for this week. The next chamber will be a wrestler's life. Who?
Ah, yes.
You're going to have to wait and find out. But,
oh, yeah.
Good doctor, please let everybody know what's going on with you and where they can find you, my dear.
Well, they can find me on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok at Writing Cat. And all that good stuff. So, go ahead, Mr. J.
Anything you got coming up?
Just my normal Tuesday show on Coast to Coast called Between the Ropes, where I'm talking wrestling.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Make sure you check it out.
Oh, yeah.
Always check her out here. Asylum, my foe. My fellow
Exactly.
inmates. As for me, you know to find me on Twitter. It's on the screen. Go to Linktree. Make sure you check out all the members of the OTTR network. All the shows we provide for you. If you missed Blackheart's Angels, the replay is already up and going. Show the ladies some love. But
exactly.
I can't say thank you enough because without you, the two of us can't. The network can't do this. Continue to show the love. Comp some merch. Show our brands that we are the ambassadors of some love. Show W Energy. Show Get Solaced. Show our university. There's some Mad One Love too.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you comp some merch from the network and, of course, the Asylum. But, folks, this wraps it up. Rock Hard just went extremely flaccid.
Sometimes I just kill myself.
Mrs. Robinson, seeing as how Blue Chew's not going to save him, give me a call.
There you go.
Until next week, for the doctor for myself, for the boss, for the entire Potmore family. I am the warden of this asylum, Eric the Joker. I love you all. It is now time to leave. I got an odious sperm stench to clean out.
Ugh, yuck.
Rock hard, you've just it.
Really?
Thank you. Fuck you. And Juice, get out of my asylum. To my inmates, I'll see you next week. But for now, toodaloo. Yeah.
Well, it's time to retire. Feel free to drop in.
My life is nothing but a comedy.